and today we're going to be breaking down whether Season 8 has the potential to be the greatest season of all time. Obviously, when you're looking at games' potential, there's always going to be some speculation involved, but I hope you find some value in my insight regardless. So in the last few days, we finally saw the arrival of Season 8, which has seen a warm reception from players, after the promising but ultimately frustrating 7th season. We've seen a number of map changes, such as the addition of Lazy Lagoon, Sunny Steps, and a brand new volcano, with Lazy Links and Wailing Woods removed from the map. New forms of mobility were also added to the map, in the form of geysers, which propel you in a similar way to rifts, as well as cannons which you can use to shoot yourself across the map, as well as deal damage to enemies and their structures. Massive improvements were made to the communication features in the game, which meant players could place markers on the map, which would easily show teammates where enemies have been spotted or loot has been left, which was clearly heavily inspired by Apex Legends' fantastic ping system. We also saw the vaulting of items like the Sneaky Snowman, Chiller Grenades, ATKs, and the planes. But does Season 8 really have the potential to be the greatest season ever? Well, let's jump straight into it and look a little deeper. And let's start with the weapon balance. As of right now, the weapon pool is at its most balanced it's been in, well, ever. There's no Infinity Blades, Drum Guns, or C4, yet there's still plenty of variety in the weapon pool that can be used. Granted, I do think there are a few weapons that could do with removing, such as the Infantry Rifle, Thermal Scope, and Bottle Rockets, but overall, I think the weapon pool is looking pretty good. An additional shotgun, and we'd be looking pretty, with the weapon pool looking at its best and most varied ever. So now we get to the next point, which is that it is incredibly easy to get around the map, due to the increased mobility items available. You've got the quad crashers, rifts, zip lines, gliders, drift boards, and launch pads, as well as the brand new geysers and cannons. Therefore, getting to the circle is very easy, even from the edge of the map. This means that players are able to get into action quickly all throughout the game, and there should never be any dull moments. This was a major issue in the first few seasons, as you could spend between 5 and 10 minutes without seeing a single other player, which made the mid-game a major slog. Obviously, mobility wasn't a problem last season, with the inclusion of planes, but they came with a lot of issues, which I'm sure you're all aware of. Now, the arrival of Season 8 saw a huge upheaval to the northeastern region, with a huge volcano dominating the area. I think this was a great addition to the game, and makes it so that each area of the map feels unique, which allows the game to feel fresh. Making each game feel different is so important to a game like Fortnite, as there is only one map to play on. So landing at areas which all look the same would make the game become stale very quickly. So this was a welcome change for me, and the map has never felt more diverse, which is a major plus for Season 8. Towards the end of Season 7, we saw a lot of big changes made to the game, such as shield and materials per kill, as well as the increased farming rate, which have been shown to be amazing changes to the game, and made aggressive play feel so much more rewarding and enjoyable. Therefore, Season 8 is the first that will be played entirely with this format, which has made the start of Season 8 so much more fun. However, because of this, it has meant that players finish off your teammates much quicker nowadays, which can be frustrating when you're playing duos and squads. This wasn't as big of an issue before these changes were made, however it's looking like Fortnite are already looking at dealing with this problem, by adding a respawn mechanic to the game, in the form of respawn vans, which have been able to be seen in replay mode. This means that if your teammates are finished off before you have time to kill your opponents, there will be a way to bring them back, which I'm a fan of, as it would make duos and squads more fun. Obviously, I don't expect everyone to feel the same way, as it's a major change to a core part of the game, so I'm expecting this to be a controversial change. Unsurprisingly, people have been giving Epic flack, saying that they're just copying Apex, despite the fact that other games, such as Realm Royale, incorporated a respawn feature before then. Taking ideas from other games and putting their own spin on them has been a major reason for Fortnite's success, so I see no issue with this, especially if it makes the game better. But what else could we see introduced in Season 8? Well, as always, the rumours of a ranked mode continue, with Epic Ask Me Anything on Reddit making people talk about it even more. If you've watched my videos before, you'll see that I'm massively in favour of this. I'll link one of my previous videos on screen now. As well as ranked, we could also see the introduction of custom matches, except permanently this time. As many of you will be aware, custom matches were available to content creators for a short period during the tail end of Season 7, but that was short-lived and there were major problems with lag. So hopefully when they come back, they will be fine-tuned and available to everyone. I'd expect this to happen sometime during Season 8. Also, as is always the case with Fortnite, we'll be seeing a ton of new weapons and items over the course of the season, which will dictate how successful the season is. Last season was a disaster when it came to new weapons and items. We saw the Infantry Rifle, the Scope Revolver, Bottle Rockets, Sneaky Snowman, Chiller Grenades, and the Infinity Blade, none of which were very popular. There's been a few hints and leaks about what we could be seeing soon, such as a new version of the crossbow, which was shown in the loading screen, which could be cool. But hopefully Fortnite brings out some really great new weapons, especially a new shotgun. In fact, a lot of what we see in Season 8 will be determined by the upcoming storyline. As we saw in the season trailer, a lot of emphasis was given to the Ice King and prisoners' search for treasure. We've seen a lot of cryptic teasers tweeted, suggesting that whatever is in the chest is very important. And as many of you will know, there is a brand new chest in the game that only spawns legendary items, which is located in the block. However, I'm not entirely sure that this is the treasure referred to in the trailer, as there's not been much in-game hype. I didn't even know it existed until a couple of days later. In Fortnite's tweets, they said that X marks the spot, treasure abound. Loot that has been lost can always be found. So clearly, X marks the spot is relating to the treasure, but that has nothing to do with the block, so I think it's clear that they're unrelated. More will be unveiled throughout the season, and I'm excited to find out what's going on. What is the treasure? What does loot that has always been lost can always be found mean? Clearly the treasure is a big deal and valuable, so what could it be? Will this be a new version of the mythic items that they were talking about doing a couple months back? It'd make sense. Hopefully if they do mythical items again, they'll be nowhere near as strong as the Infinity Blade. But I'd be down to see something like that on the map again, as long as it's not game breaking. But then not only do we have the treasure, but we potentially have monsters coming, most likely in the form of a Kraken. This has been suggested by things such as the Battle Pass, the season trailer, as well as the tweets, which refer to fighting beasts. PvE and Battle Royale has already been very controversial with the zombies, but maybe this would be a better version, with only one on the map. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see on that one. Whatever happens, we know that Epic will attempt something ballsy, like they always do. We're only a few days into Season 8, and so far it's been rock solid. I honestly have very few issues with the game in its current state. Obviously, there have been the usual teething problems that come with a new season, like the audio adjustments they made, but Epic are well aware of these, and will be sorting them soon. However, for Season 8 to be better than the first few seasons, it will be very difficult. Being rock solid isn't enough, as speaking from personal experience, those first 3 seasons were the most fun I've ever had playing a shooter. The game will never feel as innovative and new as it did during our first few seasons, but I do believe that Season 8 has the potential to be one of the best seasons of Fortnite to date. For it to be the best season ever, it will have to bring back the excitement of Seasons 1 to 3, which will be tough to do considering many of us have played thousands of games, so it doesn't feel fresh anymore. However, if Epic do keep listening to the players and improve the game over the next 10 weeks, then we could end up looking back at Season 8 with the same fondness that we do the early seasons. So, what do you think of Season 8 so far? What do you hope to see? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time for another video. Goodbye.